so much. Like it's amazing. Oh,
Oh, hey.
is it? Is it?
Yeah, that's it. What's up, everybody? Well, we
Hey,
are live right now, live on the Q podcast.
awesome. This is so exciting. This is so fun.
Yes, yes. I'm feeling really good tonight. My name is Quadria Marie. For those of you who don't know, I'm the host of Live on the Q podcast, which is the streaming platform for On the Q Productions. On the Q Productions is a media production company whose focus is primarily, personal health, wellness, and fitness. We just want to educate and inspire the urban community to just go out and do it. Get themselves healthy. Physically, mentally, emotionally, which is why I have my wonderful guest tonight, Mr. Felipe Javier Garzesto. I had to say your full name out there, my friend.
Hey, thank you. I mean, I love it. It's a beautiful name, God
No,
given.
it
So
really
I
is. It is a God-given name. You have to appreciate that. But I just appreciate you coming on tonight. Of course, you're going to be able to share your story of inspiration. Again, we've been friends for I don't know how
well, we
long.
don't have
I
to
don't know if
date
I should
ourselves,
say.
but
No, we
it's
don't have to. We don't have to do that. We'll just say,
well, we're
sometime in the last millennium, which is
yeah, we'll do that. We'll do
yeah, we can just do
that.
that. And I've been following you. Like, of course, we've been Facebook friends for a while. So I've just been following you and seeing what you've been doing. And your recent posts have really impacted me, especially today. But we'll get into that a little
Oh,
later.
all right,
But for
cool.
now, you could just introduce yourself to the Live on the Cube viewers and watchers.
Hey, guys, I'm Felipe Javier Garcesto. I what else is there to say? I'm actually I'm an actor, a fighter, writer, director. But I've been, I started doing theater a long time, actually back in CHS where we originated from.
Yes,
But I've
no
been
years,
yeah, not too long ago, but
not too long.
Um, but yeah, I started doing that for a while, and I'm also a bartender by trade. I do tiki cocktails, really fun drinks. When we get back to
Yes,
normal. But
right.
but aside from that, I'm a traveler. But really, like most recently, I've just been really got into fitness, which is why I'm here today. So I'll tell you what, like I was never an athlete, to be
Hmm.
perfectly honest. Like in high school, I think I went to the weight room once and I dropped like some weight on my shin, and the scar is still there.
Wow.
So that really kind of scared me off from that. But like, I was still doing like my theater thing, my musical thing, doing that kind of like creative stuff. But yeah, and I went to Rutgers, and then there's so much going on there. But basically, I've been doing theater, film for quite some time. But you know, but something felt off for
Mm,
me. Like there was I I've been working in the restaurant industry, and I kind of like
right.
let that take over my
Hmm.
life, because as you do, you kind of like lose what what you really want to do in the
Right.
first place. There's
Hmm.
bills to pay, there's debt, there's and then it's also a good time. So I actually, it was too much of a good time. I ended up, eating, drinking,
Hmm.
whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. And, that was a lifestyle, going out after work, grabbing drinks,
Right.
whatnot. And look, it's not like I had a bad time. I had a great time. But I also kind of lost track, of what I really wanted to do, my real aspirations, and
Mm,
I was still like acting, I was still writing all along,
right.
but I felt like something was like missing, for me. Um, so like 1 year ago. I saw an ad. I was taking some improv classes at the time, and I was really trying to get back into to acting. Taking a more serious outlook at that. I
Right.
actually, I was inspired by Chadwick Boseman. His spectacular performance in Black Panther, and just how that resonated with so many people, out there. And like now, our stories are going
Yeah.
to be heard. People want to don't. It's not necessarily the same kind of leading man that has been out there for 100 years. There's more opportunity for that. So that really inspired me to, what, I can do this. I want to get into shape. I want to have those opportunities for me. So I started training in
Mhm.
Krav Maga, and boy,
Yeah.
that was
What is that? Yeah.
yeah,
Can you explain what that is actually for people watching?
absolutely. So Krav Maga is an Israeli special defense martial arts, special forces. I saw a Facebook ad online, and they were like, try the 6 week challenge. Try this out. We'll give you a diet, a specific diet that works for your body type, and all that, and just come to class. And so
Mhm.
it is like a very brutal kind of street combat. I did take some martial arts when I was a little kid, so I felt
Right.
like this is a good way for me to kind of get back into to training. It was an easier a fix for me,
Right.
to get into that. But it's not easy.
No, it sure
So
ain't.
it's like the classes I take are with Fit Hit. I've been with them for a year, and you know what? They just really transformed my life. They gave, first of all, there is the meal plan, a specific meal plan catered to me, and I had to force myself to, cut down everything, eat lean. I can definitely get into that a little bit more later,
Yes.
about my diet, but also
Hmm.
the classes themselves are no joke. It's like 1 hour of hit cardio. Like
Mm.
so hit is basically high intensity interval training, and
Okay.
it's like you do one exercise for 1 minute and then you switch. It's a lot
Wow.
of
That's where you did
uh
that. You got that lean from earlier.
yeah, that's it, that's it. I really, it's a lot of body movements,
Hmm.
very, very fluid. You're really just kind of, it's really challenging. I know that for me, when I signed up for it, I was like, whoa, what am I doing? This is
Right.
absolutely insane. But then they got my money. So I like, well, I got to
Yeah,
do
you got to.
it.
Yeah.
you know, money's not,
Yeah.
it was an investment in myself. So I
Right. It
really,
is. Your health is an investment
yeah,
into yourself.
it is. And when I started, it wasn't easy. I couldn't do, I could only do so much, but progress, on a weekly basis, I could see, strength, and like my ability to actually do the movements. I don't know if you're familiar with Sally Ups. These are so there's a song. It's called there. It's Bring Sally Up, Bring Sally Down, and that's the whole
Nah,
song. It goes.
that's
It's a
that's it.
Moby
Literally.
flower. Yeah, that's it. But
Yeah.
I'm
Go ahead.
literally like
Keep
doing planks,
singing.
high planks, low planks, high planks, low
Yeah.
planks for 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Wow.
Um, I could not do that, without getting on my knees for like the first few weeks. But then by the fifth week, I was like, whoa, I can do this. I didn't have to put my knees down. And you know what? The end of that 6 week challenge, I lost 26 pounds and 6%
Oh
body fat.
wow. That's crazy.
So that blew my mind. Like I
Yeah.
I could not believe it. Well, I was living it, so I
Right.
could see the difference. And just for reference, guys, I started
Mhm.
at 207 pounds. I
Yeah.
that was I got to that point, and over the course of this program, I lost 67 pounds. Uh,
Wow,
which
that
is
is amazing.
it is
It really is in that amount of time.
it is.
Yeah.
It really is. And but I think the weight loss is one thing, but I
Right.
think the mentality is the biggest
Yes.
switch for me,
Yeah.
personally, just because I'm able to
Mhm.
um, to have achieved something like that, uh, like now what's next, right? The
Right.
impossible. I thought something was impossible, and I'm like, whoa, that's not impossible at all. What's next for me? What can I do? What can I keep going and keep pushing myself? So I've
Mhm.
really transformed my mentality, and it actually helped me with my acting career. Where before it was just like, you know, oh, he's a Filipino actor. There's not a lot of him on TV. There's not a
Mhm.
lot of his type, you know, um, whatever. I'm not gonna go for it anymore. I
Right.
stopped for really going after it. But then,
Yeah.
I'm like, now my mentality is like, you know what? This is the times are different. The climate has changed.
Right. They
People,
are.
yeah, people want to see us on screen and want to
Yes.
see
Yes, we do.
other
We
people
need
of
to see.
color.
We need to see
and
everyone. Everyone
and
needs to be represented.
mhm.
I mean, it doesn't make sense to exclude any group of people, especially
Yeah,
especially on screen. We need
yeah,
more of that diversity.
yeah, and I think that's right. The time is right now. All the opportunities are coming. I mean, with COVID and everything has slowed down significantly. But I'll be honest, things are slowly starting to gear up, and I feel,
Yeah.
I spent my whole year training. Not only just Krav Maga, but also taking classes online, acting classes,
Wow.
anything that I can absorb
Right.
and learn,
Yeah.
just because the whole point is for me to be ready
Yes.
when that
Yes.
call
I
comes,
love that.
you
Being
know?
being ready and just being prepared. They always say that you have to be prepared because you never know, when that moment comes.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? You never know when you're going to be in front of, a certain celebrity, anyone. You just
Right.
never know when that moment might come, and you just better be, ready, as you said, ready for that opportunity because you don't know when it's going to come again. So you
Hmm.
have to really, take advantage of that. I just want to briefly say anybody who's watching, because we do have people watching right now. You
Oh,
guys, if you
awesome.
guys are watching, just send a wave out in the comments so that Philippe and I can both see it, and we can reach out to you, give you guys a shout out as well. If you have any questions for him or I, just feel free to comment, and we'll have it posted right on the live, so we can see it right there in big letters. So I just wanted to share
Awesome.
that in case anyone, those people who are watching, they can come on, and so we can just feel like we're all part of a big family, healthy family now.
Awesome. That's so
We're
cool.
we're all on this health journey, and I'm so happy to see people as yourself actually taking to this movement, I should say, of wanting to live a healthy lifestyle. And it's not just physical, but it is physical. That is part of
Hmm.
it. But as you said, it's definitely mental. I mean, sometimes it's hard to get to the physical change if it's not up there mentally first. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you almost, as an athlete, you almost have to vision yourself a year from now, and think about what it is that you have to do to get there.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I concur.
Yeah.
Nothing is happens overnight. It is a labor of love. You really have to
Right.
all about self-care, and
Mm-hmm.
looking forward for what you want to achieve in life.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's so much more I want to achieve in life too. And I know
Right.
that doing this is gonna extend my longevity,
Mm-hmm.
to in order to achieve all my goals. And it's just like, it just seems so funny that it took my whole life. It took me
Mm,
my whole life to figure it out, to figure out
mm,
what I needed to get here, to be here, to be in the healthiest place, in the safest place for me, mentally, physically, emotionally. We all go through some traumas
right.
in life, and I think it's so easy to let that fill you up, and let that be like kind of like a hopeless feeling. But there some things you can't control. But the
Right.
thing that
Yeah.
I have found that I can control,
Hmm.
is this. Here I can make actual
Yes.
change, make actual progress, on a week to week, on a month to month basis. And I can definitely, and it's also inspiring me,
Mhm.
to keep going, motivated to keep,
Right.
going forward.
Yeah, and I'm and that's all you can do is move forward. You can never move backwards.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Once you reach one milestone, you have no choice but to move on to the next one and the next one after that.
And the next one, on to the next.
On to the next one, yeah. And we mean that in a good way,
Yeah.
not like the song.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is a good move on to the next.
It is. It is like,
But yeah.
chapters. I
Hmm.
think I read somewhere that, your body completely changes after every 7 years. I
Yeah, I
don't know
heard
the
that
direct
too.
quote.
Right.
But that is, we are always in flux. Like our whole cellular structure is transformed, every 7 years. So,
Yeah, that's
what
something to
I
think
am
about, right?
today.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah. Mm.
it is pretty interesting. I'm into like some of that
Yeah.
metaphysical stuff too.
Right. Yeah, I see.
But it is interesting because,
Hmm.
what we sometimes we choose to define ourselves by what we did in the past or what
Right, that's
happened
true.
then. But that is ultimately, it's okay. It's okay
Right.
to let go of that. And
It
you
sure
know
is.
uh,
You have to.
you have to.
Yeah.
um, and I think, these things are actionable. And, meditation is key too. I definitely,
Yes. Yes.
do at least 10 minutes a day.
Right.
It's not
Same
Don't
here.
even need too much. Yeah, you don't need too
Yeah.
much, and it's just a
Yeah.
good reset,
Just a few
and to
minutes, like you said, 10 minutes.
yeah.
And I try to do that every morning. Well, I have been. It's been a month for me.
Oh,
Every
okay.
day. I'm just. I was.
Yeah.
I was doing it, but I wasn't necessarily doing it every single day in a row up until the last month. And now I finally went
Hmm.
through a month of waking up and doing my daily meditations, my daily wake up calls. Just
Awesome.
giving myself that those few moments before I get busy with work or anything, or bill collectors calling me before
You
all
never do
that,
that.
able to like just tell myself today I'm going to create positive day of awareness for myself,
Mm.
and just get into that relaxation state, knowing that the day is going to be positive, and
Hmm.
just telling myself that I'm going to be great today, regardless what happens or what anybody says to me. I think it's important to wake up like that because it does set the tone for the rest of the day.
Hmm. Yeah, I concur. What I do is I meditate and I do stretches in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
That really, kind of like sets the day, start it off
Mm-hmm.
right. Breakfast, breakfast always,
Right.
is key too. I've fallen into a routine. And I'm a Taurus, so I like structure. I like to
Yeah.
have
Uh-huh.
specific things, I need, and that's super helpful for
Right.
me.
Yeah.
So I structure, my meals, my
Mm-hmm.
workouts, and everything else. And I think, when health becomes your number one priority, that's kind of an important thing. Like,
Right.
look, I'm busy. There's. It's not like I have this. All my time is on health, but I have to make it my priority.
Right. You
Like
have to.
even preparing my meals. Like I have to I meal prep,
Right.
my meals, make sure that I have what I need, And
Right.
I'm not like tempted to go out splurge on some chips or something. I mean, they're
Yeah.
good, but
And that's
you
the
know,
worst. Like you said, you have to have that meal prep, or you will go out and do that.
hmm
And usually when you go out to eat and splurge, it's not on anything healthy for you.
yeah. I mean, the thing about like, I've worked in a restaurant industry, so I know
Right.
I love going out to eat. They're all, experiencing what every chef has to offer,
Right.
wine pairing, drink pairing, whatnot,
Right.
but like that's not really the best for trying to have a healthy
Mm.
lifestyle. I when I was losing weight, when I was trying to cut weight, I really had to make it a very conscious decision about like prepping my food and making sure I brought it with me.
Mm.
I got a good anecdote actually. I have so my first week when I'm on this diet, I'm doing Krav
Mm.
Maga. I got invited to like a birthday party, a Filipino birthday party. For little Arya, this beautiful
Mhm.
1-year-old baby girl with my friends, and you know what they did, right? They got they got the pig roast, they got all the pancit, they got all that good stuff,
Uh-huh.
liquor, all that. It was,
Mhm.
it was the parties for the adults mostly.
Right, it is. Right. Always.
But it was my first week out, doing that, and I knew I had to be committed. I had to be
Yeah.
committed. So I brought my own food to that
Wow.
party so that I wouldn't be tempted to indulge, and I
Right.
knew that if on my first week I strayed, it was not going to work out.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I still had a good time. I saw all my friends, and it was amazing. It was just a wonderful time. But I felt like, that was the first step for me to realize like, oh, Phil, you got this. You have the motivation, the control, the self control to
Right.
get after it. So um,
Yeah, if you made it to that type of party. And that's really hard. That's why it's hard for people to start, diets during like the holiday seasons too.
hmm
Because
Yeah.
I mean, I just put up a post. I don't know if you saw my page about just drinking water throughout the month of October.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Water.
no juice or no soda. And it's just really that's October is you're starting to get into like the holiday season. I mean, I don't
hmm
know what we're gonna have, as far as this year because of COVID. But
hmm
some people, commented that this may not be the best challenge for them because it's really hard for people. Thank you. It's really
You got
hard
me
for
thinking. You
people.
got me
Yeah,
thinking.
I got you. See, I got you. It's really hard for people to somehow think about not having anything but water. And it's crazy
hmm
because for some people, a lot of people, their struggle is drinking water. You know what I
hmm
mean? So it's like if you can go a month with just water, you should be able to incorporate it in your daily life
Yeah. No,
to
I,
be
I
so
I
much.
concur.
And it's hard,
Water
Then like
is,
I said, parties and all that stuff going on. Even though we don't
yeah.
have them as much because of COVID, it's still
hmm
difficult. It's still a difficult challenge for people to go a month drinking just water.
hmm
There's
I,
we don't think about what we drink every day.
yeah.
It may
Oh, for
seem easy,
sure.
but we don't think about the coffees and sodas and
hmm
just stuff that we
Yeah.
just naturally.
Empty calories, they add up. I tell you, I drink a lot of water. I drink about half my body weight in
Wow.
ounces every day.
Mm.
That's very specific. Like I actually, these are 16 ounces.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
always like kind of I drink from the quart container,
Yeah.
just because it's easier for me to measure it out in my head how much I'm
Right.
drinking. But yeah, you got to drink water. I didn't care
Definitely.
about it before, but it is such a vital part of wellness. You know, I
It
think
really is.
dehydration is far more common than you think, and you're not dehydrated. I think when you're it just happens too much more often than not. So I
Right.
think they really instilled water
Yeah.
water like system for me. So I'm all about it. Like,
Hey,
please.
Mom. Yeah, my
Ch
mom's on
chug your
supporting us
water.
now.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, she's on. So
Awesome.
yeah, I have to do my own challenge. You know what I mean? Like I'm posting, telling other people, let's do the
Hmm.
water challenge. But I'm like, you know what? Maybe I need to do it myself as proof. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like if I can get through 1 week of just doing that, then I can get through the next week, just like you said with yourself. If you can make it through that first
Hmm.
week, it's really no excuse after
It's step by
that.
step.
It's baby
It's
steps.
really,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I think whatever your goal is, to think it could happen overnight is, I think that's ambitious. That's
Right.
not
It is.
that's not happening. But I do think that, you have to be kind to yourself and trust that, where you want to go, you
Right.
have to take those steps. And you have to change up your habits, like,
Yeah.
and it's not like you have to completely transform, but like put in
Right.
a good habit, every day. Just start small, and then by the time in like a week, you'll be like, oh, I did all these things, for self care, for me,
Right.
and
It's true.
then you have all these wins, and with those wins, you can take that into the next week, and it's just like, you should write down your wins too. It
You
doesn't
really,
have to be
yeah,
big.
I agree with that. Write down, like you say, your wins so that you can at least
Hmm.
go back and look at them. Because sometimes you go to
Yeah,
the next week and feel like you didn't accomplish anything. You
but
know
you
what I mean? You did
did.
because you're not looking at what the impact was. Sometimes people expect, like you said, an overnight change, something
Hmm.
big, and it's usually not the case. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Especially with physical, transformations. That doesn't happen. You just can't go to the gym one day and then, you're macho man. Sorry for that
Yeah,
throwback for all the youngins out there,
I
but
love it. Ooh, yeah,
yeah, go
Macho
ahead.
Madness. I love it. I love that Macho
It's
Man.
just,
Oh
now I'm
man.
thinking about Bret Hart and all of them. But in terms
Oh,
of
Bret Hart,
I had to
Hitman
bring it
Hart.
back.
Oh man, I get it. I get
back
it.
when
We're
uh
going.
back when wrestling, was the ish.
Yo, there was. I was
Yeah,
a huge fan. Huge
yeah.
fan. Back in the day. What can I say? Oh,
Oh,
what like? But yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I'm drinking my water now. We
yeah. And
got so
I'm up
hyped.
here actually. I'm drinking my tea a little
Hmm.
bit.
No, tea's good.
So
Tea's good
it's
too.
some warm tea in my system. I think what is this? My lemon, yeah, lemon ginger plus probiotics. I just
Oh,
bought
all
a box of
right.
that. So
It's
it
gut health,
actually
right?
says tea first, everything else after. Yeah. So that's what we're doing.
Excellent.
Yeah, sometimes I like to, have a cup of tea to help relax myself and stuff too. And it is water, technically,
Yeah.
right? It's tea, but it is water.
Yeah.
So I am getting some water in my
Tea's
system.
good for you. It's really good. It is. I
Yeah,
mean, like we're not. It's not like soda. It's not
right,
extraneous sugar that you're just like putting in your body.
right,
Tea is fine. And it's a simple enough. Like even if you guys are looking for a drink you can have, like if you're
right,
trying to be good, like iced tea unsweetened, and it
right.
still looks like you're having a cocktail. You can just
That's
be
true. Of course, like a Long
chilling.
Island,
Like
right?
it looks like a Long Island.
Yeah, it looks like
You,
it, right?
yeah, it looks like it.
You can imagine it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You take that? You can do you can implement some acting techniques in there, and you just like how when you sip it, you'll be like, that
Mm,
you're gonna feel.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
this
right.
is
Like
what that
jumping
Long Island
apart.
feels like. It goes in right here, and it goes out right there,
It's
and now
all
you're
the way
like,
down, right?
oh, now you're feeling it. Now wait. Now I didn't
That's
even
right.
drink
Yeah,
anything.
leaning
Now I'm feeling it.
back. That's where the rolls come in.
Oh yeah, yeah, we doing it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, you start feeling
we had
yourself.
some rolls. We had some rolls.
Oh
Oh
God.
man.
My mom said, "Hi, Philippe. It's best." She's asking, "Is it best to drink flavored water at times?" I think she's
Um.
asking, or
Oh
I don't know.
yes.
Maybe she's just saying it is. I don't know.
I think it seems like a question.
It
I
seems, I
think
think it
flavored
is.
water has some sugar in it. I always, I look. So the best thing is to look into the labels, and you'll
Hmm.
see, what's in there. Not too much sugar is fine, but like I feel like, I definitely avoid like Gatorade. There is sugar in that. It's supposed to be, athlete thing, but like,
Right, that's what I
I
was saying. That's what a lot of athletes they would suggest, to drink
yeah.
Gatorade.
I mean, but there's extraneous sugar in there, and you don't actually need that. It tastes good and it has the electrolytes, but at the end of the day, nothing beats water. It's
Right,
very
that's true.
simple. You know what's good actually? Lemon water. I
Yeah,
think you could
yeah,
just
I have
have a
that
little bit
every
of
morning.
lemon,
Mhm.
or do add some fruits in there, and
Right,
that's even like better than the flavored water. They'll just throw some sugar on there,
right.
but.
And like you said, you can add different fruits in the morning, and
Mhm.
have a pitcher, for
Yeah,
a few days or a week, and just
totally. Like
that.
put that in the fridge, fill it up
Yes.
with some fruits. Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
lemon
Yeah,
juice.
that's
Yeah,
good. That's good.
I like the lemon juice water too, because you have
Hmm.
some flavor, as
Hmm.
well. So a lot of people they don't drink water because this is the excuse I've heard that it doesn't have flavor to it, and I'm just
Yeah,
like,
okay.
well, it's water. But it's crazy to me. I actually feel like I can taste flavor in water. I don't know what that's about, but I mean, I don't have to have flavored water for me to feel like I'm getting some type of flavor out of it. I
Hmm.
don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't
I
know.
mean, I don't, I feel like I don't
Yeah,
need the flavor. I know that every time
yeah.
I consume that water, it just, revitalizes, after workouts, after everything. There's nothing better for you. I mean, I definitely, do like protein shakes or whatnot. That's always good after a very intensive workout.
Okay, so you
But
do agree that you should have that some type of protein shakes.
yeah, I do protein shakes. It helps with adding lean muscle. I guess this is a good segue actually to get into my diet.
Yeah,
um,
sure.
because what my original weight loss diet, I did 3 meals a day,
Hmm.
and then two protein shakes. But like those meals are very specific. They're very specifically portioned out. I had so during for losing weight for me, for my body, I did carbs. I had carbs,
Hmm.
protein, and veggies. For breakfast and lunch. So I didn't have to give up carbs, but like not it has to be kind of a specific carb. Like rice is fine. Ezekiel bread is good for you. Being I think like lentils. But I'm Filipino, so I'm just happy I didn't have to give up rice. That was huge. That was huge for me. So I
That
definitely
would be true for a lot of people because rice is like, you know what I mean? Like that's in every meal, pretty much,
yeah,
almost every meal.
it
You can,
it
yeah, I mean, because you can. It's like you can always eat rice if you don't have anything else.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
no,
Yeah,
it
more than
is.
likely you have rice in your cabinet, some type of rice.
Rice is life.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I paired that. I usually do like a 6 ounce. I was doing 6 ounce protein.
Hmm.
Like lean protein, pork tenderloin, chicken breast, but it depends. But anyway, I want to get more specific stuff. But then I also did like two protein shakes, throughout the day. And then for dinner time, I
Hmm.
I cut the carbs. Added fat, like butter or, peanut butter is always good. Avocados are good for that.
Hmm.
And then protein and veggies. So veggies all day, protein, 6 ounces every meal, and then like lean protein, and then yeah, and then fat for dinner. That worked for me. I'm
Right.
testament to that.
Right.
Um, my goals have changed since then. I'm actually trying to bulk up more now.
Oh, that's
Gain
nice.
gain more muscle mass, lean muscle mass. So my diet has changed since that. But um, it, it but that still works, I think. And
Hmm.
it's always about finding a nice balance in your diet. So what I do,
Yeah.
guys, like it's really simple. I've had to master cooking in such a short time. The only
Mm,
thing that like to be to you really can't be going out buying food, all the
right.
time. I was doing that, trust me, I was.
Yeah.
So I really had to think logically and think smartly. I would batch out my food, like
Mm,
my rice and my protein. Like I would take like maybe one day, prep all my proteins and then bake it, and then I have it ready to go in the fridge, for a meal. But like certain things I can still cook, like lean burgers, turkey
right.
burgers, but so like, but it cuts down on cooking time. I'm not cooking every meal. I prep and then I can just quickly heat
Right.
something up.
Right. That's
Um,
why I need to get to
you
that
know,
point too. Like you're saying, prepping because we have so much going on during the day that you may not have as much time to stop and cook every day. So
hmm
it does help if you have something already, prepared, so you don't have excuse to go out to buy food.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah,
it's already pre-cooked already, because that
hmm
happens a lot. People are tired, they're running around, all different things, and by the time they get home to eat, it might be 7, 8 o'clock or something. And at
hmm
this time, and they may not even want to stand over the stove and cook anything.
yeah,
So it's
exactly.
good to have
It's
something that at
exhausting.
least lasts, a few days. Like I know with me, after like 3 days, I can't eat the same thing again.
hmm
But I can try to, at least try to stretch it to, up to 3 days. But after
Yeah,
that, I'm like, no, it's time to go.
you gotta you gotta switch it up. Well,
Switch it
that's
up. Right.
That's good. I mean, honestly, that's what my strategy is. Very simple. Like I have different veggies, I have
Hmm.
different proteins that I can switch around. I'm not eating chicken every lunch.
Right. That's
I
true.
switch that around. I can do pork tenderloin. Whatever it is, whatever the case may be. But I know that variety is spice of life. Like you're also getting different veggies from spinach, from kale, from broccoli, so it is important to keep finding those things and switching it up. And what my nutritionist said is like eat the rainbow. That is like the healthiest thing you can do. Eat the different colored veggies and fruits, and
Yeah, I
you'll
like
just
that.
get so much nutrition from that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that term. Eat the rainbow.
Yeah. It works. It totally works. And I'll tell you guys, when I first started doing this, I was busy. I had 3 jobs.
Mm,
I no, actually no, I quit one job to really focus on this, but I had 2 jobs working 6 days a week. I was taking 3 to 4 classes during the day, and then I would go to work. But like I made sure to cook all my meals, take them with me, and then I wouldn't eat the food at the free food the restaurant would give me, because like I couldn't do it, even though like there's the family meal, but like at the end of the day, I had my goal. I had to be so specific about it.
mm.
So I'm telling you, you can do it. There is a way. You just strategize, and make it happen. We all get busy. We all have to find time for our family, our friends, our work. But there
Right.
is a way to do it. And I'm telling you, if I could do it, you can do it. Believe in that.
Yeah, people definitely have to have that belief that they can do it. And that seems to be the hard. Is that a cat in the background?
Oh yeah, yeah, he's in the room, Loki,
No,
but
no, because I have a cat too, and I'm like, is that Chloe making noise or what's going on?
oh yeah, no, he's trying to, he wants to
Yeah,
be in the shot, but I'm like,
yeah,
yo,
you can let him get
you
a
get your
little
time.
shine on when he comes around. Let
uh,
him get some camera time.
he
Well,
gets
my
plenty.
cat is scary, so I don't know what's going on. She just needs to stay over wherever she is now.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, she's one of those types scared. But I mean, she'll come out because it's just me. But if I have any company come over, she runs. So yeah, my cat is 13 and she's been doing this the whole time, all these years.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, she's set her ways now. You know,
Yeah.
she's senior citizen cat years. So.
Oh no. So
yeah. So she's not changing anytime soon.
I get it. Sometimes we're set in our ways, but but as humans, even though we get set in our ways, we can always change. We have always that opportunity to take a stand for ourselves and stand up like, hey, you know what? This isn't working for me anymore. I'm gonna do something about that, you know? And it requires some courage, you know, to step away. But I feel like you have it in you. You have everything that you need to make the change, you know, for yourself. So
yeah, that's what I was saying. People have to believe in themselves, and like you said, they already have it within them. And you know, that's I believe that's true for everyone. You just have to be able to see yourself being able to make that, you know, that change.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you know, like I know I spoke earlier, you know, beginning of the show about, you know, how your post inspired, you know, me today myself, because I was going through my, you know, my down and out, you know, about my, you know, finances and you know, career wise, all these different things that a lot of people, especially in our age group, you know, are dealing with, you know, after going to school or after all these different jobs that we've had and still not feeling like we're settled in life. And sometimes a lot of people, you know, as far as in their 30s, feel kind of stuck. You know what I mean? Like, they feel like they should already be at a certain place, and a lot of us aren't. You know what I mean? At least we don't think we are. You know how that is from the inside. It's different.
Oh, you know I get like, that.
You have such a high standard for yourself, but yet other people from the outside are looking at you and saying, "Wow, you've done all this and that." But for yourself, your standards is very different. At least for some of us. Some people don't have any standards, but for but for a lot of people out here, you know, people who, you know, have, you know, tried to work on careers or whatever, they have certain standards for themselves, and sometimes we put so much pressure, you know, I mean, on ourselves to reach all these different you know, milestones and accomplishments. And it can be a lot because people have a tendency of comparing themselves to, you know, others in the same, you know, stuff. And so I see a lot of people, you know, friends, associates, you know, going through all different sorts of depression now because they feel like they're not where they thought they would be. But I'm like, well, things don't always work out exactly, you know, as you plan. Maybe it was meant for you to have gone through, you know, I mean, these struggles first before you get to where you're supposed to go at. And I know you went through that. I know you mentioned, you know, your pursuit of happiness and still struggling with that. And, you know, I tell other people, even myself, I should remind myself that it's not necessarily a destination either. You know, once you get happy, that's it. You know, it's still a journey, you know, getting there. But it's, you know, I just brought that up because today I, you know, I had kind of a rough morning and I'm just like, no, I can't be like this. I'm like, I got to, you know, get back to my normal, you know, positive, you know, jolly, happy self. But even this morning, you know, I woke up and I was just, you know, getting myself all worked up and, you know, overwhelmed about all the stuff I saw not going my way. And I just said, you know, I can't stay in a certain place because it's not going to help me get to, you know, where it is I really want to be. I can't stay, you know, upset about stuff that I can't necessarily control. And if I can't control it, I just need to get my mind right. You know, like you were saying earlier, having the mindset of just knowing that you can change what you don't like. And that's where I'm at, you know, right now, just the steps I can do to get where I want to be, even physically. You know, I have to get out of my own way sometimes. And even if I have to go a month doing that, you know, water challenge, you know, for me, that would be like, you know, that would be like a big change for myself if I'm able to do that. So I said, hey, I might as well do it since, I posted about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm one of those people that when I say I post that I'm going to do something, I tend to like hold myself accountable for it, because it's like, you never know, 2 months later, someone might come back and be like, well, didn't you post that you were doing this? And I'm just like, oh, damn, I did say that. So
you did.
But once you put something out in the universe, it does. It'll be a benefit anyway. You know what I mean? So it's like, if it's something positive to help yourself, you might as well just do it, even if you were just teasing about it, because you never know what that can do for you. It might just change your whole body, or it might be that step that's going to help get you to the next step. Just changing that one part of your diet, because it's hard, working on your diet, especially now during this COVID. A lot of us are like working from home now, and it affects our diets more because we're not going out and about doing stuff. People are mostly just in the house, like how we are now, but all day. So that's really difficult for some, and some people, they're obviously fearful of even going out to class. The gyms just started opening now, and a lot of people I talk to, they're and this is understandable, but they're nervous about even going back to the gym.
Yeah.
Because of all this going on. So that's another reason now they're really not going out, even though, the gyms are opening. So I'm just like, we have to find some type of way to get our exercise on. You know what I mean? We can't just keep excuse and saying, well, we're home. There are still things you could do at home too.
Yeah, totally. I mean, a lot of the things I do, I just do at home. I got Bob over here. He takes a lot of hits. But all the stuff that I do is really, it's all body weight exercises at home. I also have some, like rubber bands, to kind of have resistance when I do things. But, I definitely just take my classes online. I do this, and then I bike. I actually bought a bicycle in the middle of COVID because I got sick of being at home. I can't do it anymore. But like, I could get a bicycle, get exercise, go see, what's going on out there, and still socially distance and still feel safe. I mean, the gyms are opening up. I'm looking forward to getting back to the gym as well. I think it's just there's some things that you can't do at home. You'll need more resistance, but at the end of the day, you can still do a lot of stuff, with just body weight. Stuff. But I mean, for my goals, I'm definitely looking forward to getting back to the gym.
Yeah, I am too. And I actually have a trainer, and I'm waiting for him, to work back with him, and he's trying to find another gym and stuff to go to. Because even though I've been, working on my own journey, it does help for me to still have a trainer, someone there to help motivate me, especially to get me back into it. Since I kind of like wasn't doing it and facing like different injuries and all this stuff going on. Yeah. And I'm like, there's still got to be ways for me to work around certain things. You know what I mean? Because I know people out here who don't even walk, at all. And yet they're still able to still work, their abs or their upper bodies and stuff. So I'm like, well, even though my back hurts, I'm having issues, with tendonitis, I can still try to do some type of exercise. You know what I mean? Like, even though I may not be able to run, I can still work on, other things. So that's where I'm at, just trying to see, working with my trainer to see, just testing myself, pushing myself to the point of where it's like, okay, now I'm hurting. Now, but, to don't just not do it. It's not good either. And it's hard. Sometimes when you have injuries and stuff, it does make you not want to do anything. But at the same time, it's like you might have to exercise in order to relieve your pain too. Sometimes, exercise can help when you're injured. you might need, like you said, to do stretches, you know, and things in the morning.
Physical therapy, you know.
Physical therapy, you might actually need to do something to help.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not to the point where you're like, you know, in excruciating pain, but there's still things you can do to, you know, to be healthy. You know, you don't have to just say, well, because I have this disorder or because I have this injury that I can't do anything. I'm pretty sure there's something, even if you're just laying there, there's, you know what I mean? Like there's exercises that you can still do. And I just bring that because I know people with a lot of different illnesses and stuff going on that they feel like they just kind of should just give up. You know what I mean? They just let their bodies just go. And I don't think you should do that. I still think you should at least do something to, you know, the best of your ability. You know, you may not be able to run, you know, a whole, you know, 25-mile marathon, but you can still do things every day, even just walking in the park. You know,
30-minute walk, you know?
Yeah, that's it. Something simple every day.
Start small, really.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people like that. They think they have to do all these huge things to make a difference. It's not like that. You don't have to necessarily run a 10-mile, you know, every day. You know what I mean? You have to do something.
It's small habits over the course of time that you know you're gonna build it up, and you're gonna eventually be like, oh, I have all these small habits. It became all the habits, you know, and really it doesn't have to be too much, but different choices. Like I stopped. You know, back before, you know, when I first started, like I walked. I stopped. Instead of taking the subway from like 23rd to 14th Street, I walked the 30 blocks, you know, after class to get to work. You know, like I didn't need to do that, but I also, you know, I kind of like, that was one choice that just you know, compounded what I was already doing.
Yeah, that was a lot, that 30 blocks, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's still 30 blocks. No joke.
How New York City blocks are and stuff.
But I you know, I got very competitive. You know, we have like because like I track all my data. I have like a tracker, and I'm supposed to, you know, do like 6,000 steps. So I was like, well, if I do 6,000 steps, if I do this walk, that'll knock out all my steps, you know. So, and then I would, you know, like it kind of gamified like my fitness, because like I have to make this mark. I'm gonna, you know, keep going for it. I have to hit all my check marks as we do.
Yeah.
But also to what you were saying, like it is important to have like a trainer, to have guidance. You know, I like, for me, like I tried going to the gym by myself before, like on and off for years, but without any actual guidance, without like specific, you know, nutrition plan, without like a trainer. Shout out to my trainers at FitHit also. You know, they changed my life, and I'm so blessed. But they really took the time, you know, with me, and you know, gave me like, you know, everything I needed to keep moving forward. And you know, like what my goals were last year is now different from what my goals are now this year.
Wow.
You know, and it's awesome. Yeah, so you know, I think you were talking about what I was doing this morning. I was doing so my strength series in the current program I'm doing like wall walk-ups. I'm getting on my hands and walking up, like, you know, like, so my whole body is supported by my hands. I'm doing pistol squats, which is like a one-legged squat. And you know, that's not something I could do, you know, a year ago.
It's something I can do now. Shoot.
Oh man, I mean, it's not easy. You know, I'm not, but like, it's fun like that. I'm, you know, I'm finding things that I can do with my body that, that I didn't think I could do. And, you know, it was such a progression, you know, natural progression from what I've been doing all year. Like I was doing pyramid push-ups for like 5 months. And well, actually more like 4 months, but pyramid push-up is basically one push-up, then walk back, then walk out, 2 push-ups, walk back, walk out, 3 push-ups.
Show me that one day.
What's that?
You got to show me that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I do it. I'll definitely do it again. But the progression in that sequence
Yeah.
also directly led to me being able to walk up the wall because I'm walking out with my hands, but like
Right.
now I'm walking out to going up the wall right now. So this program is very very specific, in terms of progression, in terms of what made it work for me. So it's awesome to see what I've been able to accomplish now. you
Yeah, you
know,
definitely been doing a lot.
it is a lot.
No,
And
in a great way though. Hey
it's
MJ.
good.
MJ said sorry I couldn't make it tonight. I had a situation to deal with and then ate at
Uh,
7. But MJ, you're here, so that's what matters.
yeah, you made it.
You made it.
Nice.
Yeah, MJ, by the way, what did you eat now that we were talking about food? Not to get all
Gotta
your
get that
business,
grub.
but hey. And do you
Uh,
believe in having to eat or trying to eat before a certain time? Because I hear a lot of that too.
Oh, yeah, I've, for me, like, I'm a kind of out all day, so I don't have to eat like before a certain time, as long as I get all my calories in during the day.
Hmm.
That's been working for me, like, but I think it is important to have breakfast, right away, because if you skip breakfast, then like, your whole time frame is kind of ruined for the rest of the day, So
Right,
I make it a point to like do that first thing in the morning. That way,
right,
I can get all my other calories that I have to consume, you know.
right. So, yeah, that the diet to me, dieting is even harder at times. The meal
hmm
prepping and eating and making sure you do eat. All
it's
that
really
stuff is going out.
75% of the battle,
Yeah,
I think. Like
yeah,
the dieting is really the strategy to do it is most of what this is in the kitchen at the end of the
right.
day.
That's true.
You can work out like 2 hours 3 hours a day. I don't do that. I don't, but I do
Yeah,
like an
yeah.
hour an hour and a half. But like you could do all that and you will not see progress unless you're eating right, unless you
Yeah,
you do.
that's the biggest part you can do because I see people in the gym 4 hours a day,
Hmm.
and it's like that's all they're doing. You can't just be in the gym either.
Yeah. You have to have a balanced lifestyle, and I think it's never, it's okay to do anything in moderation. But like it's okay to have a cheat meal, I've been
Right,
for a long time I didn't do that, but then I was like, it's okay to do that. And it's fine
right.
uh, to have that glass of wine once in a while. Ooh.
Oh yeah, I know. I
But
need that glass of wine. So, that's
uh,
Jay. She's saying she used to walk around her living room with Fitbit when
yeah,
she had her Noom to try to lose weight. Yeah. She said, I didn't
nice.
lose anything with them, but I'm losing a lot with online Weight Watchers. Gotta get
Yeah.
back to walking around the house with my Fitbit again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's good. Every like we were just talking about earlier, every little habit helps. It doesn't have to be
Right.
big. Something like that, is gonna help you. You're tracking your data, and you're like, how much further can I push it tomorrow? How much,
Right.
and it works. That's thing that's gonna help you, to build those habits long term.
So Philippe, before we head out, I just want you
Yeah,
to talk to the audience about any of your upcoming projects. I know you're an actor and
yeah.
as well, and I know you just had a short film release, and I saw you post about some upcoming projects. So briefly, just let the audience know so people can be
Yeah.
for it, how they can support you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. You can all follow me on my Instagram. It's on there, Digital Bayani. Bayani means hero in Tagalog, so that's just wanted to
Yeah,
slide that in there. But
that's right.
you can go on my website, philippegarcesto.com. It's right there, Philippe, Philippe, Garcesto, GARCESTO.com. I'll keep everyone posted on my stuff. But Instagram is actually the best way to keep in touch with me. I really like to kind of keep my people on the loop on there.
Right.
But so this, so I'll tell you, like this year has been amazing as from doing this, from doing my program. I did a couple. I've been doing more film work. I actually got on ABC for Life as a Filipino gangster in on a TV show this year. Shot that in January, and that premiered and during COVID. So that was my first time being on TV.
Wow.
And I got I booked a few different short films. Things are materializing, but I also got an agent, Glitter Talent Agency. They put me
Mm,
on their roster this year. For
right.
the Thank you. For the 15 plus years I've been acting, I guess that was this the first time I got an agent.
Wow.
I'm glad that I have that support now. Where I have a team of people helping me getting more roles. Aside from that, I'm a writer. I have a theatrical production coming up with Poetic People Power. I wrote an original, poetry spoken word piece about Sebastian Salgado and his wife Leila, and they
Mhm.
basically they brought 2 million trees back in the Brazilian rainforest. And
Wow.
our show is about climate change heroes. So we all kind of chose different topics on that. So I have a reading of that coming up. Um, but I do have a couple short films going to be shooting soon. I just got the script for one, and then there was one like another comedic short scene that I just booked last like literally the last thing before COVID,
Hmm.
and we had to delay it. So that's in the pipeline, and that's like a kind of a funny. Another funny role, but right now, my priority is to get more film work, get more opportunity to get myself out there, revamp my reel. But I have a bunch of stuff, like some older stuff and some newer stuff. But I also, oh yeah, I guess the thing I posted recently is I have a short film in the Catskill Film Festival coming up. I play a hitman. This is a quick micro short, but that was like a fun shoot. But like but I'll tell you what, like I was not getting any of these roles for like 5 years. In this year, in less than 6 months, I booked more roles in 5 years. And that's because of my mentality switch and my everything that changed for me when
Right.
I'm achieving all this. So I believe that things are happening the way as they should be. I got a lot of stuff coming down, like not that I know about right now, but things I have already lined up. But also, just got to be ready. Just got to be ready to put yourself out there. So yeah, on Instagram, Digital Bayani, you can definitely follow me. I love to post and do my thing and like um, I think before I didn't really like post uh, too much. I would like post once in a while, but I've been like by putting myself out there, I felt like because before I thought it was like it's an ego thing, like, oh, why does he want so much of himself, and but like that's like my quitter voice telling me like you're not good enough. So now everything has changed for me, and I know that I have to just keep putting myself out there, and I did, and then look what happened. We're on this interview,
Yeah,
and
we're
I
on
get to tell
here
my
now.
story, and I get to
Yeah.
inspire people and be part of the community, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm driven.
Yeah,
There's so
you
much
are.
more. There's so much more I want to achieve, and I know this for me. Like, yes, it might have taken me my whole life to get here, but you know what? Like, that's okay. I'm on
That's
my
all
own
right.
track. I'm on my own
Exactly.
track.
You're on
I
your
don't
own
need to
path,
compare,
your own track, your own everything.
you
You know,
know?
you don't have to compare yourself to other people's time. Everybody's on their own path, their own time. She said
Hmm.
you're on your own track.
I'm on my own track.
It
The
was
only person I'm competing against with is me, you
exactly
know?
that's it. Yeah,
So,
it's your time when it's your time. You know.
yeah.
That's how I see a lot of a lot of people out here now. So that's quote unquote successful. They didn't reach that until they got to a certain age.
Hmm.
Some of them were 10 years older than us, and they finally discovered their passions and focus in life. So I
Yeah.
always tell people, don't look at the person next to you. You have to really focus on yourself. Everybody got to where they are in different ways.
Hmm.
Everybody's life is different. So you just have to, live yours to the best of your ability, and just keep reaching, for those goals, set goals. And I mean, first you have to set some goals, write them down, and
Hmm.
just from that point on, you just have to just do it. So I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna, I'm not gonna say if, but I'm going to say I am going to do
Yes.
the water challenge thing. So,
Do it. Just do it. Do or do not. There is no try, you
there's
know,
no
like you
try, right?
gotta get it done. You know what also is good?
Yeah,
Visualization, you know,
right,
visualizing that success, you know,
right,
and not even like I, you know, what you will look like in like 5 years, you know, and who you will be working with in 5 years, you know,
right.
that's
That
some,
you still have to.
you know, that's a good technique.
I
You know,
believe in
there's,
that. You really do have to see things, regardless of what it is. You
mhm,
have to actually visualize it first. Because
yeah,
if you don't actually see it, that makes it kind of hard for it to manifest itself.
yes,
Because that means
yes,
you don't really believe it,
hmm,
and that's
yeah, I
it's really
gotta,
important. Because you can have all the people in the world supporting you, but if you don't believe it, it's like what I mean. It's not
yeah,
going to happen.
yeah,
People actually start to want to help you when they see you doing it yourself. You know what I mean? Like if they see you with yourself and investing in yourself,
hmm,
that's only going to draw people into you and want people. Excuse me, people are going to want to be around you and want to be there to see you as you grow. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And as you do more, it's going to help other people, follow. You know what I mean? Like as you do more, that makes people feel like, well, he's able to do it.
hmm,
Maybe there's a possibility that I can. And I think that's really important to do things not just for yourself, even though you are
hmm,
doing it for you, but to do it in a way where it encourages the next person.
hmm. I think, yeah, you know, it's important to keep going. The journey, the process is definitely the most important thing. You know, the end goal, yeah, sure, that's one thing, but like, there's not to go after what you want, to really relish and live in the moment, you know, and create that path. You don't, you know, like I want to, you know, I'm doing this because I have to. This has been a long gestating in me, and this
Right.
dream, the dreams that I've had, you know, I want it. I
Yeah.
want it, and I'm going to do everything in my power, you know, and I might not always get, you know, but like, that's okay. Like, that's, you know,
Right.
I'm gonna parry that. I'm gonna parry that and I keep going, you know. Like,
Yeah, that's
it's
it.
it's it's gonna be okay. And
Yeah.
I you know, for a long time I struggled with with that, you know.
Mm.
I looked at myself and I was like, I already did a lot. I did, you
Right.
know, so much accomplishments, but like, I also struggled with, like, you know, my feelings of self-worth and all of that. But you know, that all did change, and you know, it still, it takes time, and it is, you know, you can do it. I believe in it, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going no matter what. I'm ready. You
Yes.
know, like ah.
Well, I appreciate, for coming on,
Wow.
tonight. I mean, do you have any on the queue tips that you would like to add before we sign off tonight?
Oh gosh. You know, I would just say that, you know, I feel like to summarize what has happened here is like, you know, I've strategized how to you know, take on my weight loss, and I'm also strategizing how to take on my acting career. You know, I'm and I'm also really believing that anything is possible. You don't have, you know, like all the self-limiting beliefs that I've had about who I am and what I'm capable of. I had to let all that go, and you know, nothing like a workout to really make you feel powerful, to make you feel like, you know, anything is possible. And you know, look, the physical aspect of it is great, but the mental aspect of it is just revolutionary. You know, it will just make you feel, you know, success is possible, and it is. It really is. In my heart of hearts, you know, I know that I'm on the right path, and that's
Right.
it. I'm gonna keep going, and you know, Cordelia, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this,
Yeah, you're welcome.
allowing me to speak and pour my heart out. And you
Yeah.
know, it can be a scary thing, but you just opened us up and just made, you know, me feel comfortable and welcome here. And you know,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the future, and I'm gonna take it one day at a time.
Yeah. It's I'm right with you, brother. I'm right there with you. So,
Yeah.
again, thank you for, for coming on. As people can see, and as you mentioned, they can follow you on Digital Bayani, right? Digital Bayani.
Yes, you got
Yes.
it.
And of course, you guys can follow me, on the Q Productions. Obviously, here on my Facebook, YouTube Live. This is actually streaming now on YouTube Live as well, so you guys can subscribe to my
Ooh,
YouTube channel as well.
ooh.
I just gotta
Yeah,
go
please do.
over.
I actually, you know, I got to watch the other interviews, and I
Thank
really thought they were wonderful. You know, you know, this is a great channel, a young channel, but I really see great things for you too as well. You know,
you. Yeah, I
the
appreciate.
kind of people that you brought on is just like, it's wonderful.
Yeah, thank you. I want to, help others too. By supporting them, having them come on, and everybody that I've had on so far, they've all been helpful. Answering questions for people, and they're all on their own journey too. But
Right.
I try to tell them, you may feel like you don't know much, but you know more than you think. And I think that having them on kind of helped show them that, hey, maybe they are experts. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you feel like, oh, what do I know? But no, you really do know more than what you think. There you know more. For
Mm.
now that can help the next person. So a lot of times we doubt ourselves, but we shouldn't do that. That's something we all have to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Never doubting, what we're capable of, or our knowledge. But again, appreciate you coming on. I always like to mention that I have athleisure wear, I should call it, for on the Q production. So I'm selling a lot of sweatshirts now. Obviously, it's getting colder, so people
Hey,
aren't
here we go.
t-shirts, but they're purchasing mugs and sweatshirts. So I'm selling that on teespring.com slash
Awesome.
productions for those of you who would like to make a purchase for yourself or for your friends. So I just had to throw that in there.
Yeah, let's do that. Support, you know,
Yeah, support
support each other.
yeah. But again, I just want to thank you, for coming on. You can always leave your information, Philippe, underneath, my video, the live tonight. And I just want you to stay blessed. I always tell people, keep sweating yourself to a healthier self. So.
I sweat like buckets, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, so
No,
I'm I'm doing it right, I think.
Yeah, you are.
Thank you so much. This is awesome.
Yes, thank you guys
Um,
for watching and for commenting and sharing as well.
cool. Well, see you around.
Brother. All right, take care, Philippe.
Bye bye. Thank you.
You're welcome.